At ease, it's your boy Soul Immortal. Man, I got this question a few weeks ago on my masterclass, The Recipe, and a brother asked me a question, and I told him that I would make a video about it, right? But the brother asked me this. He said, Soul, I've been following you for a while and enjoy the content. I have a question, and it's something I've been struggling with. How can I strive in my hometown when it seems as if I'm the only person trying to make a difference? I work out of the state most of the year, but I'm ready for stability at home. Thanks. And that's from a brother named Davis Matthews 07. Now the thing is this, brother. In every society, you're going to have a small percentage of people that I like to call free thinkers, or people that think outside of the box, right? And in a short amount of time, these people are going to max out on the mindset of this society, right? And at that point, they're going to have to make some choices, right? So today, brothers, I want to give you 3 reasons why you need to leave your hometown in order to achieve your goals. Let's talk about it.
Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? You understand what I'm saying? So it just depends on what level you own based on, whether you're human or whether you're immortal.
Now, one of the reasons why I think that you need to leave your hometown in order to achieve your goals, right, is groupthink. Now, when I talk about groupthink, what I'm really saying is, I'm talking about the core beliefs. I'm talking about, the frequency on which, the people vibrate in that society. And when I talk about society in this case, we can go all the way down to your household. The household that you were raised in has a certain groupthink, right? The street that you were raised on has a certain groupthink. The entire neighborhood has a groupthink. And of course, the city has a groupthink. Now once you get to the city's maximum, mentality, you're going to hit that wall. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to get to the point where you're going to start to get frustrated. You're going to realize you're going to have to make some choices, right? Now, I can remember, back in the days when I left my hometown. You hear me talk about Longview all the time. I rep 903 proudly, right? But there came a point in time where I knew that if I wanted to advance in life, I had to leave my hometown. And one of the reasons is because, the majority of men in East Texas feel like that in order to make money, in order to provide for a family, that you have to either work at a plant or you have to be in the oil and gas industry, right? And there was something inside of me that knew that there was more to life than just that. You know what I'm saying? In addition to that, I'm from East Texas, man. And if you've been in, several places in the U.S., I can tell you this, that East Texas is still one of the most, racist parts of the country, right? So when I would spend a few days or a week outside of my hometown just doing some traveling, I quickly found out, man, that people operated different, as far as the way the different races interacted. So I knew I had to make a move, guys. And I'm telling you, as soon as I made that move, my world had changed. Everything was opening up to me, right? Now, brother, you said that you're doing things in your city, you're trying to make changes, you didn't go into detail. But I can tell you this. I know there are some places that the smallest of changes causes a ripple. I've been in situations where people are trying to, feed the homeless, and it's causing a ripple. People are trying to build homes for those in need, and it causes a ripple. So again, you're going to have to understand that at some point, you got to realize that you just outgrown your group think. Now, brother, this second reason on why I think you should leave your hometown in order to achieve your goals is biblical, right? I believe it's John 4:44. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it says something about a prophet not being accepted in his hometown, right? Now you're saying that you're doing things that are going against the grain of the society you're in or the city you're in, right? Now this is what I learned about people making change, and I heard Bob Proctor say this several years ago. And he was specifically talking about, how people won't accept you when you bring change to the table, right? And he was saying that, when someone like yourself is bringing change and you're trying to do greater things in the community, he said it is not that people don't want to see you win. He said, man, the people around your city, they want to see you win. They love what you're doing. Even though you're saying they're not supporting you, they love to see you doing what you do. But the thing is this, the reason they can't really support you the way that you would like to be supported is because of this. See, in order for someone to dive in and give you that support and be a part of your mission, that means one thing. That means that they have to get on your frequency. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that people don't want to see you change. It's that people don't want to change themselves. So it may look like you're not getting support, but what it is, it's just that you've exceeded the walls of your city. You've exceeded the mentality. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of people that can just watch you from a distance and they can't go where you go, brother. Again, people just can't change themselves. You know what I'm saying? I can remember when it was before I even started YouTube, right? I remember like the content that I'm making right now, I was putting the same type of information on my Facebook page, like my personal Facebook page when I had one, right? And I would try to be talking about things outside of the box, kind of like I do now. And the people, in my city, I couldn't even get any dialogue about certain conversations, right? And again, it wasn't that they wasn't supporting it. It was just what I was talking about. Because you have to understand, I was raised in the Bible Belt. So a lot of the things that I talk about aren't really accepted down here in Texas, especially in my hometown. So what I had to do, man, I had to get outside the box, I had to, start a YouTube channel. I had to reach the people outside of my area code. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's all about finding your tribe. It's all about extending the walls of your city. Now, this part of your life, even while you're in this transition, is very critical, because at this point in your life, like I said earlier, you're gonna have to make some choices, right? And those choices are going to be, to leave that area or to fall back. Because the thing is this, there are only so many blows a person can take on a regular basis when the people outside of them are saying, you know what, your ideology or your beliefs or what you're trying to bring to this area is wrong. There's only so much you can take of that before you just fall back and say, you know what, I want to be just like everybody else, right? Again, going back to the Bible, look at all the prophets that were ran out of their cities, that had to make changes, that had to evolve themselves, and then come back and say, you know what, this is what I was trying to show you. Because the thing is, a lot of people won't support your cause until they see your cause taking off and doing something greater. You know what I'm saying? For example, I believe between my two YouTube channels, I probably have about 150, give or take, 1,000 subscribers, right? I would be safe to say that less than 1% of that, are people from my hometown, right? And like I said before, it's not that people, from my hometown don't want to see me win. When I go home, man, I see a few brothers, man, that dap me up. We talk about the content I make. But the thing is, it's still that the masses, or it's still that the groupthink from the place that I come from, it's still vibrating at a different frequency. So the mass of people, still can't think outside of the box in a certain area, right? So again, when you're trying to do certain things in your city, like you're saying you're doing, you have to understand that the majority of people, they want to see you win, but they just can't vibrate where you're vibrating. Now, this third reason on why you must leave your hometown in order to achieve your goals is simply new experiences, right? Now, the reason I say new experiences is because, we talk about the group think of your city. You have to understand that you're from that city. So a lot of that mindset is still a part of the way you move, right? It's still a part of you. So it's important for you to have new experiences, to replace those old thoughts, Now, a lot of people think that you have to go overseas and go to Africa and Egypt to really experience something new. But brother, man, even if you're not to the point where you can move yet, I'm telling you, man, just going, 2 or 3 hours, away from where you are now to experience different cultures, different foods, and especially different mindsets is going to be life-changing for you, right? I remember when I first left East Texas and I moved to Georgia, right? I moved to Hinesville, Georgia, which is right outside of Savannah, right? And I can remember on the way down there, I stopped and spent a little time in Atlanta. Now, this was back in '97. I can remember, man, that was the first time me seeing people that look like me, operate on a different frequency. That's my first time seeing a large number of people, that had wealth, that own businesses, that own, that were just doing a lot of different things that people in my hometown weren't doing. They were thinking a completely different way. And then when I spent time down in Georgia, I spent time with guys in the military that were from all different places, man. I just gathered a whole lot of new mindsets, and it changed me. And every single time I went back home to visit, I could feel the change because it felt like I was in a foreign land. I remember one time I went back home and I went to a Popeye's Chicken in Longview, Texas, right? And when I walked in, man, it was about 4 or 5 young black guys, man. They had to be between the ages of 17 to about 23. They were all young, right? And man, that thing was running like a well-oiled machine. I was like, surely one of these young guys, are they the manager? Because they were all so young, right? Running like a well-oiled machine, man. I mean, just like everything was perfect. Communication, everything, man. And when the guy was taking my money, I said, brother, y'all need to put y'all money together and open one of these. Open your own Popeye's Chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? And man, it was almost like the whole store just stopped. It was almost, you couldn't hear nothing but chicken grease frying, man. Even the people in the that was sitting down were just like, what? Like why would you even say such a thing like that? And then things just went back to normal. I was like, wow, like it blew my mind on how a simple statement just shocked everybody in the room. You know what I'm saying? Again, it goes back to groupthink. It goes back to mentality. It goes back to the mindset of your city. It goes back to going outside of those walls, guys. So again, experiencing new things is going to be crucial for you attaining your goals. So yeah, brother, the best thing that you can do for yourself and your city is to leave, evolve, and if you want to come back after that, then you can be a benefit to the city, right? But at this point in your life, it's important for you to find your tribe. You know what I'm saying? With social media being in place, you have to understand that there are millions of people that vibrate right where you vibrate, that have the same ideals as you, and that think just like you think. And you can get with these people and y'all can expand together, man. So it's important to find your tribe. And if you're not in position to leave your city yet, then in the meantime, man, on the weekends, just get in your car, man, or catch a bus, to the next city 2 or 3 hours away, man. You know what I'm saying? And experience that culture and just absorb a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's going to do wonders, for the way you think. You know what I'm saying? What you got to realize is that, there are a lot of people that are born in a certain city, and one day they'll find themselves on their deathbed in that same city. And what they're going to realize is that during their entire lives, they've placed themselves in a makeshift prison.